Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lopez here, and you're listening to the On the Gunline podcast, where we chop it up and shoot the shit like we would out in the field, unedited, uncensored, and unfiltered. So go on ahead and pop a squat because it's about to get hot right now. You are on the gun line now. So, if this is your first time coming on through here, thanks for stopping on by, checking out the channel, checking out the podcast. Normally, I have an interview or I have a point of view. Today is just me, so it's going to be, I guess you could call it just a point of view, y'all. We're going to be talking about the 4th of July, man, and what it means. Check it out, y'all. We're going to be a little bit more than that, of course, but it's Independence Day. And the reason I'm doing that is because today is July the 4th, 2024, and it's 5:24 a.m. Now, I should be at work right now, but not only am I celebrating the independence of America from merry old England, I'm celebrating the freedom and independence of myself from my last employer, the Home Depot. All right, I was working out there. I did it for 2 months. I started working there in April, and I started doing overnight work with them, hence why a lot of the podcasting stopped for a hot minute. And it was cool at first. I bought into the whole, yeah, we work as one team here, and I liked it because it was like physical labor. I'm the type that likes to do physical type labor. But there's nothing like physical labor to humble you and remind you why you ended up having to get out the military in the first place. Because I'm telling you, my back was crying like a bitch, bro. Sounded like a goddamn newborn baby after it got smacked in the ass. I was on fire on my back. But yeah, dude, I ended up saying goodbye to them, and it was mainly though not because of the work, but because of the attitudes of some of the people there. And so let's just say I appreciate the opportunity that they gave me, but at $18 an hour, you are now going to talk to me like I'm a bitch. And I'll put a little context on that. All right. Look, man, when things happen in succession, it's no longer an accident or it's no longer a slip of the tongue. The first time, it's an accident. The second time, it's a coincidence. The third time, it's a habit. It's a habit. And what am I talking about? Well, I'm gonna give you all a quick story. So I was working at the Home Depot, and my manager there, um, pretty much gives me a little bit of guidance on what needs to get done during the shift, right? And I go ahead and knock that shit out. That's the way I like to work. Well, the first time I did it, everything exactly like he had said, but then he came back and said, "No, I said do this like that, and that like this, and this like that." I kept my mouth shut, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I misinterpreted it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't understand it correctly. Maybe I didn't understand the assignment. All right, cool. All right, then another week goes by, and another situation arises, and it was just after the store got walked. In other words, like I guess the regional manager, or district manager came walking by, and so it was basically a dog and pony show, is what they have out there all the time. So I guess he got shit on, which means it's gonna flow downhill, right? And I'm cool with that. But what I'm not cool with is when I'm getting shit on for shit that's not my responsibility. You know what I mean? And when I started to defend myself and and try to give my point of view, he stopped me there and said that I was wrong and basically called me a liar again. So again, the first time, maybe it was a slip of the tongue. The second time, okay, it's a coincidence. All right, so that leads us to 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, man, I'm getting ready to go start doing my job. Moving some concrete around and dressing some shit up. And I was already having a bad time because my back was in pain, bro. I'm talking about it was hurting. My back was hurting. My feet was hurting. I just wanted to get my job done, leave me the fuck alone. That's what I liked about that position. Supposedly, they just tell you what to do and they leave you the fuck alone. Well, this guy, while he enjoyed working alongside or, he was more doing that out of micromanagement, and I'm not down with micromanaging. But anywho, what ends up happening is I'm getting ready to go in. I jump on top of the forklift. I haven't turned it on yet, and I'm shooting a text to my old lady, letting her know, like, I should have took some naproxen. My body's fucking aching, blah blah blah. I'm just having a quick conversation. I'm about to shoot the text. I had just sat into the forklift maybe 30 seconds prior to that, and I hear, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I told him, sitting on the forklift, about get ready to go and start working on the cement bags, and start fixing all that up, whatever, whatever. And then he's like, "No, what are you doing right now?" So I'm, "Oh, well, I'm shooting a quick text message. Then I'm gonna go ahead and move the cement bags, with the forklift, blah blah blah." And then he starts telling me, "Well, I told you not to take the forklift into that cement aisle." And I responded with, like, "No, you said not to use the cement truck in that aisle over there because a beam got smashed." And he said, "No, I told you in the cement aisle not to use that anymore in there." Bro, when I tell you that I got heated, I got fucking heated, because now you're calling me a liar for a third time and there's people around. All right. So I told him, and he says, "I know what I said." And I told him, "I know what I heard." And then he starts off like, "No, I'm not gonna like." I got up. I just got up. I took off my apron. I put it down. And I was like, "I'm fucking done. I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit." Because that's just of 3 times that he's called me pretty much a liar and made me feel incompetent. You know what I mean? And that was it. At $18 an hour, fuck no. You know what I mean? So I told him, "I don't need this job." And I'm gone. I chucked deuces and I left. Sure enough. So to all you bosses out there, let me give you a bit of advice. I was that guy at one time when I was a new NCO. All right. Um, and I could think, hindsight being 2020. It's all about how you deliver. It's all about tact. And again, it comes with time, it comes with seasoning, as far as how you project your words. And the way he was projecting them was in a way of like almost condescending. If he would have had a conversation with me rather than try to just make me feel like I was wrong all the time, it would have been a whole different story. But again, it was a habit of his, because it was more than that. A lot of certain things happened in between there where he would not take accountability or responsibility for his words, and unfortunately, he's been there for like 30 fucking years. So he's going to have more, his word is going to carry more than mine being the new guy, you know? So yeah, I just checked deuces and came home, man. I said, "Fuck that. I don't need that shit." And nah, man. I mean, honestly, it was fucking my back up, which I was okay with, because I even told the fucking my immediate supervisor. I told him, "Hey, dude, I'm thinking about going back to days, finding a new spot. Something that's gonna be a little easier on my body." And the guy was like, "Cool, yeah, that's not a problem. We'll see if we got something in a day for you." But again, this fool, he just pushed me over the limit that day. Older me, or not older, but the past me would have probably been a little more animated, you know, and that shows, I think, maturity. That shows maturity. Jesus Christ, the beaner's coming out of me. That shows maturity in my end, I think. So I like to, pat myself on the back for not doing anything stupid, like trying, and then not ending that night on the right way. So yeah, I am now no longer a tax-paying citizen again. I am now a house husband. So with that said, I had to make the coffee right now for my old lady to make sure that she wakes up to a nice hot brewed coffee. Oh shit, wait a minute. She doesn't work today. It's 4th of July. Huh. Anyways, so yeah, there's that. I claim my independence from the Home Depot. They can go fuck themselves. Um, Never, ever, ever will I shop at that Home Depot again, specifically because the way that they do their associates, man. Honestly, it's just, I don't know. Now I know why the guy before me quit, because I ended up taking the position from a guy that quit. And the way he was making it sound, the manager, was the dude was being petty. Nah, dude, if you were talking to him the way you were talking to me, I understand now why. So, with that said, fuck them. So, anyways, with that said, it is the 4th of July. I hope you guys are all planning, have a good time, drink a couple of beers, enjoy your holiday, and reflect on the independence that we have here in this country. Now, I know it's a bit controversial out there for some people, and I get it. Then when they say it's Independence Day, yeah, but for who? Well, I get it that we haven't had all men are created equal moment in this country till just recently, within the past couple generations. It's not like they freed the slaves and we're like, hey, we're all equal. It's not like it happened like that. But overall, I love my country, and just because I love my country doesn't mean that I love my government and that I love all the people in it. Because there are some people that go fuck themselves too. Give me a second while I sip on my coffee. So shout out, happy birthday, America, and enjoy your day off, man. I know a lot of y'all got day off. These motherfuckers weren't even gonna pay me for the day. I was gonna go to work tonight, and I still wouldn't get paid. I have to work there 90 days in order for me to get paid for days off. So we had that fake holiday Juneteenth that came by, and I didn't get paid for that day, even though I worked it. I mean, I got paid for the day, but I didn't get paid the time and a half or whatever they fucking pay, the holiday pay that they pay extra. So, and I wouldn't have gotten that done today either because I wasn't there 90 days. These motherfuckers don't even offer a discount for their employees, homie. That's crazy to me. That is ridiculously crazy. But hey, whatever. I've applied to a couple of other places, see what comes up. If something pops, it pops. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hopefully, hey, maybe this podcasting will pop and I could do this permanently. So, anywho, yeah, check it out, y'all. I'm working on trying to get a guest here that's non-military, just to do a more broad fucking interview type deal. Get to know him. He's a really cool dude. I don't want to drop his name just yet until I have everything confirmed. But he is a YouTuber, and one of my favorite YouTubers out there. So hopefully I can get him on here soon, and we can just chop it up and shoot the shit, gunline style. Anyways, also today being Independence Day, July the 4th, it holds a deep meaning for a lot of us that were in 277 Field Artillery out of 4th ID Fort Hood from 2004 through 2007. Well, no, because it turned into 582. So for a lot of us that served in 277, which then became 582 back in the day out of Fort Hood, there was a gentleman named Quintero, Michael Quintero. Now, me and Quintero were not the best of friends by any means necessary. If anything, like you could say that he was my Lex Luthor to my Superman. You know what I'm saying? He was or maybe I was his Joker to his Batman. Basically we're like rivals. And it was mainly because I had an immature attitude back then, and I didn't like certain things. We just didn't vibe well. You know what I mean? But again, that's just youngster private shit. And afterwards, in 2015 in February that year, he reached out to me, and we kept in contact, like, through Facebook and whatnot. And like, hey, homie, how's things going? Blah, blah, blah. So there was still that mutual respect there, regardless, because, we were in the same unit. If there was any motherfucker that I hated from my unit that I can't stand, there's only one person. He's a rat face fuck whose name is not even worth mentioning. Well, there's two of them, because then there's Roycroft. But anywho, um, but Quintero, putting it's usually what happens when you get two like alpha male mentalities, I guess you could say, and two pit bulls trying to get at each other. It just don't work out sometimes. I don't know. It was just petty shit, I guess you could say. But ultimately, we grew out of it. I grew out of it. He grew out of it. And he, unfortunately, July the 4th, 2015, ended up taking his own life. He joined the ranks of what are called the 22 a day. And shout out to the Quintero family. He left a youngin' behind, a wife, and it's unfortunate, because he had reached out to me, and I try to, we try to talk and all that stuff. But unfortunately, when I called him back, because I'm more of a talker versus texter, so I told him, hey, let's just talk about it. But I mean, this was months prior to what occurred. He wasn't able to call back, and we didn't keep up. But next thing I know is I heard the news that he had taken his life, and that one hurt deep. Um, he was the first one of our group that went out that way, you know, and then it's like a snowball effect occurred right after that. After him, there was Silky, and then just so on, and we've lost so many brothers since then. So hey, just wanted to say out, just not trying to bring this down, but just throwing it out there. If you are feeling some type of way, reach out to somebody, bro. Reach out. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's easier. I'd rather hear your story of why you're sad or what you're going through than hear your eulogy, you know? So rest in peace, Quintero. It's been 9 years, brother, and you're still my brother, you know. You could say it's like our history was like, two brothers that just didn't get along, but we still got along. You know what I mean? So rest easy, bro. And to all you fellas out there, I know that a lot of us felt like we missed a lot of the signs, or maybe, there could have been more that we could have done. We can't live that way, y'all. We can't live that way. What's done is done. And unfortunately, he chose his way. Who knows what he was dealing with? And it was just his way to bring peace to himself. We all know that post folks that unalive themselves, the pain is gone for them, but the pain continues for the living. So I'll leave it at that, y'all. Anywho, so rest easy, homeboy. But Independence Day, y'all. It is Independence Day. It is the 4th of July. What would our founding fathers think of our country where it's at right now, y'all? What are your thoughts on that? I see it as they would be like, what the fuck happened? We went to war because of all the taxes we were being imposed on. And here you guys are paying taxes for wars that have nothing to do with us. What the fuck, y'all? I think we need to go ahead and celebrate an independence from being the police of the world. We need to stop fucking policing up the world. Did you guys watch? I know y'all did. Everybody saw that debate. That debate was not even a debate, bro. Um, Trump did the right thing and just kept his mouth shut. Thank God that they did have his microphone off, because honestly, he probably would have shot himself in the foot, because it would have been elder abuse. And what the Democrats are doing to Joe Biden is elder abuse. There's no other way about it. People finally saw in real life what many of us have been saying for the past 2-3 years. This guy is not there cognitively. And also they show a video of him at a rally afterwards. Yeah, that's probably well, not probably. That's because he had shit that was scripted in front of him. You know what I mean? The motherfucker could read a teleprompter like no other. But you put him to have to think on his own, it's not going to happen. And it's not a dig at the old man. You know what I mean? He's just old. If anything, I don't like the dude. I don't, but I feel sorry for him. And there comes a point in time where if you really care about this country, fuck it. You don't like fucking Trump, don't like Trump. But don't go voting against Trump simply because, well, don't go voting for someone who's not there cognitively, who has his finger on the trigger, I guess you could say, who's supposed to be the commander in chief, but yet is not the commander of his own mind. What is wrong with y'all, man? I look, Democrats. I'm gonna go back to 2020, where Tulsi Gabbard was handed to you on a silver platter. Female, veteran, young, articulate. Do I agree with everything that comes out of her mouth? Absolutely not. But I agree with most of her thing, most of her views. And I think that she really has in her heart a view for America that will be that she places it first before her own profits and gains. But that's why y'all didn't like her. That's why y'all settled for old beat up Biden. Y'all did Bernie dirty. Let's be real about that one. Hold on a second while I sip my coffee. Ah, But anyway, y'all. Yeah, I mean, we say that we are the land of the free, right? But yet we can't even vote for who we want to freely. You guys give us two choices. Let's be real. You give us two choices. How is it that when there's a campaign being run, they can get all these millions and millions of dollars in donations overnight? But when we need a campaign, why can't people donate like that to projects that are for the homeless, projects that are for the veterans, hell, projects for the dogs and cats on the fucking streets, y'all? It costs so much money to run a campaign that could probably fund a fucking small country for a year. I don't understand that. It's hey, it's your money. Do what you want with it, you know. But at least have some, I would say, compassion for your own people. And when I say your own people, I mean American people. All right, I mean the people of this country. In the meantime, we're worried about Israel. We're worried about Ukraine. We're worried about the border. How about we worry about ourselves first? Put yourself first. Like I said, put America first, yo. I get called a sellout. I've been called that many a times, that I wish I was white. No, I don't. I'm proud of being brown. I'm proud of being an American of Hispanic descent, Latino descent. I'm mestizo. At the end of the day, I'm mestizo. All right. What does that mestizo mean? It means a mixture. I'm a mixture between Indian and Spaniard. It is what it is. A lot of people hate their Spanish side. I can't hate it nor love it. I mean, I wasn't there, when the conquest happened, but it happened. It's not going to say that. I don't know. I mean, shit, maybe one of my ancestors did love the Indian and the Indian lady did love him or vice versa. I don't know. But I'm proud of my last name, and I'm proud of my heritage. I am what I am. Like Popeye said, God damn, I sounded straight Popeye. Anywho, I embrace my culture, which is both American with a Latino, with Central American flavor. And one more thing before I finish this one off. You know what? Nah, I'll save that for a different day. Anyways, this is just gonna be a quick one. 23 minutes already on here. I just wanted to come in, tap in with y'all. It's been a hot minute. I'm gonna start bringing back up because I do have time again. Um, hey, if you want to be a guest on here, shoot the shit with me. It doesn't always got to be military. It could be about anything y'all want to talk about. My point of views, your point of views. You want to put your point of views out there? Go ahead. I'm always down for a conversation. Um, my job is not to try to convince other people, or if you were to, let's say, for example, if you came on the platform to try to and we had a discussion about ideologies that you and I differ on, I will give you my point of view and I will listen to your point of view. But at the end of the day, on a lot of things, I'm very hard headed on, and I'm not going to change my mind. However, it's not for you to try to change my mind. It's for the people that are listening that may want to go ahead and side with you and change their mind. You know what I mean? But there have been a couple of conversations that I had with Hunt. Hunt, hurry up and get your ass over here again. That I used to have with him. That he opened my eyes to a different point of view. Anyways, I'm rambling on. It's been 25 minutes. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I hope to see y'all here again on the gun line soon. Hopefully, I'll come back with some word on the streets and vet bro reactions. I know it's been a hot minute. So, with that being said, I appreciate y'all being here. Rounds complete. Intermission. Gun line out. Mark, y'all. Deuces.